Hi everyone, it's me Gaming Do, and welcome to part 6 of 20 questions. Yeah guys, I'm sorry I really didn't get to do a 20 questions for April, but that is because I got sick in between the time and the day I was supposed to do it, I was really sick, so I couldn't have done it, unfortunately. But now today, we are finally doing part 6 of 20 questions. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1, what's your favorite Nintendo console? I have to say the Switch. I mean, I like all the retro consoles. I pretty much like all of Nintendo's consoles. But the Switch is the best because you just the gimmick of it, I guess, is the overall best. It's really neat. You can split the Joy Cons and you can really easy to play it both portably and on your TV, so I find the Switch really neat. If I had to say a retro console, I'd probably have to go with GameCube just because of the memories. And I kind of tie GameCube with Wii, honestly, because I do have a lot of memories of the Wii. But overall, my favorite Nintendo console is the Switch. Um, Number 2, what kind of new content would you like on your channel? I would like to do animations, but the thing is, I don't know how. I would like to learn how to do like big animations on my channel or something, but unfortunately, since I don't know how, I don't really think I'm going to be able to do that, at least for a while. Could be in the future, but as of right now, nah, I don't think it's happening. Number 3, how have you been during this pandemic? Okay. I mean, I got sick. I don't think it was COVID-19, but outside of that it's been okay. Nothing phenomenal. It's been very boring, honestly, and I just wish that the world was safe enough so we could go out, but unfortunately it's not, and until it is safe to do so, even if the governor says like you can go out, I don't even know if I'm going to 100% trust that because who knows? The numbers could go back up if more people go out again. So I'm going to be very cautious with this and probably give it at least a month after they say that. Like, I would say at least a month. Could be even more, but during the pandemic, I've been okay. I haven't been terrible, besides when I was sick. I felt like shit then, but besides that, the pandemic's been okay for me. Number 4, when's Woody episode 5 coming out? Well, it was just released actually. So, I guess I'll tell you when episode 6 is coming out. Episode 6 is coming out sometime next week, maybe Wednesday. Kind of have the idea for it, but I can't guarantee that is the overall idea. I'm not going to reveal it. You'll have to wait and see, but I think it's a pretty cool idea. Number 5, how tall are you? Okay. In one of my 20 questions, I said I was 6'1". That's a lie. I'm 5'11 and a half. Um, that's how tall I am. That's how tall I'm probably going to be for the rest of my life. And yeah, it's not a bad height, but I wish I was a tiny bit taller, honestly. Number 6, what is your favorite South Park episode? That's a good one. I love South Park so much, but there's a lot of good episodes in that series. If I had to pick one episode from South Park that is my absolute favorite, I think it's called You Have Zero Friends, the one where everyone annoys Stan about Facebook. I fucking love that episode. And another one I really love is Guitar Hero, where Stan and Kyle played Guitar Hero. Oh my god, I love that one. And then you can't forget Scott Tenorman Must Die. Those are probably my top 3 favorite episodes of the series. just the shock value of Scott Tenorman is just utterly fucking brilliant. Some of the best TV show episodes of all time, which I cannot say about The Loud House, but South Park is the far better show in my opinion, and you can't really argue that. But people have the opinion that The Loud House is better. I like The Loud House still, don't get me wrong. We'll get into that in a few minutes, but South Park is an overall better show. Number 7. Have you got any new video game consoles? I have, actually. Just one, though. I got a Nintendo Switch Lite, and you saw it in the last episode of Woody. The Greetings from the Mushroom Kingdom. It's a blue Switch Lite, and Zeth was playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on there, and I honestly prefer the Switch Lite's gamepad more than the regular Switch's gamepad, even if it's just the gamepad itself. Honestly, I love the Switch Lite. It's awesome so far. I've just got Animal Crossing New Horizons on it, and it is pretty fucking good game. It's very fun. It's very addicting. But not addicting to the point where it's ruining my life. Number 8. Do you play any multiplayer games? Not really. I don't really play any online multiplayer games. I played Fortnite for about 2 weeks in January 2019, I think. Around that point is when I played it, and off the bat, I was pretty good. I wasn't like the most awful person playing Fortnite, but I wasn't an expert at it. I got multiple kills in the game, but not like anything to brag about. So I did play that. It's kind of embarrassing to say because I don't play that game anymore, and I don't think I'm ever gonna touch Fortnite again, but you know what? It was kind of fun while it lasted, and then I played Call of Duty a little bit back in middle school and very early high school, but once Infinite Warfare came out, I was just like, I think it's time to stop playing. So that's my basic opinion on multiplayer games. Number 9, do you like anime? I don't know. Never really given it a chance. That's the thing. As of right now, I'll say no because I don't know enough about anime, but if I watch anime sometime and I get in the mood to watch it, I could really like it or I could really hate it. We'll have to wait and see for that one. Number 10, what's the scariest horror movie you've ever seen? My personal opinion, the scariest horror movie ever. Movies like The Exorcist didn't scare me one bit. Movies like Friday the 13th didn't scare me one bit. Movies like Halloween, at times, had me a little uneasy, I'll admit it. But still, that didn't really scare me that much. There are 2 movies, one that used to scare me like hell as a kid, and one that still scares me to this day, admittedly. The one that scared me as a kid that I'm not really that scared of nowadays is A Nightmare on Elm Street. I found Freddy so fucking scary back in the day. He literally... I would cry every time I saw him. That's how scared I was of him. But the film that just... I can't watch it. I literally can't watch it without freaking having to turn it off. I can't watch any film in this franchise without having to turn it off. I got through one film in this franchise, and it was the 2013 remake, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. especially the original 1974 version. So realistic that I can't stand it. I can't watch it. It's a good movie, but it's just so scary that I can't stand to watch it. It's so realistic and so vile, I guess you can say, that I just can't watch it. It's too disturbing to me. So that is probably the scariest horror movie I've ever seen. 11. What's your favorite sitcom? Um, I like shows like Family Matters, Full House, Saved by the Bell, That 70s Show. I can watch Two and a Half Men on occasion and Big Bang Theory on occasion. But if I had to pick one sitcom that I could just watch again and again and again, and just pretty much say every episode of that series is not bad, and its best episodes are freaking masterpieces, that series would be Boy Meets World. I think that show is an absolute 100% masterpiece. Literally, the episode where Sean joins a cult, I think it's called Cult Fiction, is television gold, pretty much. Not many television episodes that are as good as Cult Fiction, seriously. And I also like the series finale, one of the best series finale to a show ever. And honest to God, I'll be honest, I really don't mind Girl Meets World either. I think it's got not as good as Boy Meets World, but it's got some very good episodes itself. It's not quite as memorable as Boy Meets World, but Boy Meets World is one of my favorite TV shows, period. It's just so wonderfully written. It's got phenomenal characters. When it has good comedy, it's wonderful. And when it's got good drama, it's some of the best drama you'll honestly see on TV. It's so realistic. That is why, in my opinion, Boy Meets World is my favorite sitcom of all time. Number 12. What is your least favorite movie of all time? That's really hard to say because it's not Food Fight. Much as you would probably be shocked to hear that, I fucking despise Food Fight. Even mentioning it just makes me physically sick to my stomach. But it's not quite my least favorite film of all time. Now, I can't come up with one at the current moment, but if I had to say one film personally that I dislike more than Food Fight, it is a film I just rewatched this year. I don't know why. I literally wish this movie would go die in fucking hell. That movie is Barnyard. I don't know why. When I watched this movie back in January, it made my fucking stomach turn. The fact that there's parts of the movie that are pretty damn good. Better than any of my top 10 least favorite movies of last decade. But then you got After Ben's Death. After that, the movie is one of the worst fucking movies I've ever fucking seen. Like, seriously. It's not terrible animation, but just the writing is abysmal. The characters are abysmal. The Point Before Ben's Death is okay. Not a great movie still, but it was okay. But after his death, it's utterly fucking abysmal. And pretty disrespectful, in my opinion. I am not a big fan of Barnyard, as I can tell. Probably not my overall least favorite movie of all time, but I can't really come up with one right now, so I'll just say that's a movie I absolutely despise. Number 13. Why have you distanced yourself from the Loud House community? That's an easy answer, and that's because I don't think I have enough freedom. I've been told by fans to stop swearing in my videos and to like do this and do that and do this and do that, and I'm like, listen, I know you want me to be family friendly and stuff like that, but overall, this is my channel. If you can't respect that I swear on my videos, then you have the option to not watch the videos. Plain and simple. But that's probably not good enough for anyone. So, that's kind of why I've distanced myself. Also, I'm not a big fan of the community in general. I think some of them can be a little cringeworthy, especially with the art they make. They have the freedom to do whatever they want, but I have the freedom to have my opinion too. So, they can do whatever they want, but I'm just distancing myself from the community because I feel like it's gotten just, it's not exactly the best cartoon community out there. Let's just put it like that. It's far from it, actually. Number 14. What do you think of 2020 so far? Behind 2016, it's probably the worst year in the past 10 years. Nothing's really happened because of the coronavirus. And it doesn't look like anything's going to happen anytime soon. But we need to stay safe. That's our number one thing. We can't go out and risk getting another 5 million infections. We can't do that. We have to stay home. We have to social distance, or else we're freaking screwed. So, I agree with what the government is doing. Absolutely. So, outside of that, oh boy. Something really bad happened this week due to coronavirus. Unfortunately, I'm not going to graduate high school physically. That just devastates me. After all the hard work I've put in, especially my senior year, and I'm not going to graduate physically. I'm speechless about that. It's very sad. But I know overall I'll make it in the end, so that's okay. But yeah, 2020 has not been a good year so far. I don't think I'm going to have a good year again until 2021, honestly. Maybe even 2022, honestly. But I don't know. 2020 has not been good for me, I'll be honest. Number 15. When is your best movies of the decade and most anticipated 2020 movies coming out? Most anticipated 2020 movies is not coming out. Plain and simple because one, we're more than halfway through the year. At least in terms of movies. Like, we're not more than halfway through the year in general, but half the movies I wanted to see are probably coming out in 2021 now, so I'll definitely do one for that. But the only movies I want to see that are still coming out in 2020, I will be making a ranking of the 2020 movies that I've seen. It might be a little less than previous years, but overall, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to see that many more movies. I'm probably not going to see a single other movie in theaters this year. I'm probably going to stream more movies. Like, I'm going to stream Bad Boys for Life and Black Widow for sure. But other than that, I'll find out what comes out. And if I'm interested in seeing it, I will watch it and then I'll try to get at least 10 2020 movies, but I can't guarantee it. So, and then best movies of the decade, the 2010s. I might do that by the end of May. We'll see. I'm not exactly sure, though. It's coming out. But it might be June or July before you see that. Number 16. Do you still watch Loud House? Yes, I do. I still watch it. Just because I'm distancing myself from the community. Especially on YouTube. Like, I don't really have a big problem with the Loud House community on DeviantArt. I'll be honest. It's just the Loud House YouTubers. There's a handful of Loud House YouTubers that I respect. Definitely. I don't think the entire community is toxic, but I would ultimately say 75% of it is toxic. So, yeah, I still watch the show, but I have distanced myself a little bit. Number 17, will you review other cartoons? Absolutely. I plan, starting next month, to review other Nicktoons, like Hey Arnold, SpongeBob, and I'm thinking possibly Jimmy Neutron, maybe? I'm not 100% sure, but other Nicktoons will be reviewed on my channel. And then I'm thinking of reviewing South Park episodes too. Just to see how that goes, but if they fail, and I don't know. They're definitely coming out, but we'll see if they're a permanent thing. Number 18, what is your political party? Not saying. Honestly, probably going to be independent party, but honestly, I don't like talking about politics on my channel. Number 19, GD Plush or Woody's Wacky Wyoming Adventures? Like, what do I prefer? I prefer GD Plush as of right now just because we haven't been able to hit that gold mine in Woody's Wacky Wyoming Adventures yet. But, we have in GD Plush with episodes like GD Plush, the first movie, and Woody's, and Rich Woody. But most of Rich Woody is really good and is probably better than most of the later GD Plush episodes. It's not quite as good as classic GD Plush, so overall, I'll give GD Plush the medal. And my last question, number 20. Will you get a better camera and equipment? In the future, yes. I don't know when in the future, though. Probably another couple months at least. But that doesn't mean I'm never going to get it. It's very possible that it could be another month or so and then I finally have a good camera, because I'm thinking my dad said he wanted to get me something nice for graduating, and I'm honestly going to suggest a nice camcorder, I think, because it would really help me out with my YouTube videos. Then maybe I will extend Woody's Wacky Wyoming Adventures for another 10 episodes if I get a nice camera, but I don't know. As of right now, I don't have anything more than a phone, but I'll probably get something eventually. But that's about it for this episode of 20 Questions, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Part 7 will be coming out in June, and you want to answer some of the questions in this video, you have the right to. You can post it in the comments below. And, yeah, Gaming Dude here. See you later. Bye.